When you realize your emotional prosperity is out of whack, this is what you do. Today, I'm discussing the pillar of emotional prosperity. It is one of the 5 pillars of prosperity. In my book, The 5 Pillars of Prosperity, I spoke about it. This is the book right here. So, that pillar, emotional prosperity, leans heavily on our 5 senses. What we hear, we see, we feel, we touch, and we taste. And sometimes we just forget how important that pillar is. My name is Tessa-Marie, and welcome to my YouTube channel where you will learn the answers to life's true happiness and success. Subscribe to my channel so you can be notified when videos of this nature are released. Emotional prosperity, how we react to what we have heard, seen, smelled, taste, and touch. We all know we react to all of those things all the time. And what could it lead to? It depends though. Because if what we see is pleasing to the eye, then our reaction is different. If what we see also is not nice, our facial expression changes, our mood changes. And we sometimes forget that that can affect us in all of the other pillars. It can affect us in our life. So when we fool around with messing up our pillar of emotional prosperity and not taking care of it and keeping it tuned up so that it is always functioning properly, we lose. We honestly, truly lose. That pillar is not more important than the other pillars. None of them are more important than the other. But emotional prosperity is a common pillar that is never recognized for the effect it has on our well-being and on our entire life and the life of our family. So this is why I'm bringing it up today. I am coming across many people who comes to me for some other things. For example, it's common for people to request coaching from me for financial prosperity. Getting it right, getting out of debt, learning how to save, how to invest, and all of that. And then they have concerns that they're not doing it right, or they don't know, or they're in a mess. And after speaking with them for a few moments, or dealing with them, or observing them, or listening to them intently, I realize it's not finance. It is emotion that has gone astray. Emotional prosperity is weak. It's falling apart. It's leaning on all the other 4 pillars for strength. And then, of course, finance being one of the others, it is carrying the symptom of the stress from emotional prosperity. When we are emotionally out of whack, we make choices and decisions that are not always best for us. These choices and decisions affects our life, and it affects our life in so many different ways. The thing is, we do not get the root of the problem. We just get the symptoms. It's like going to the doctor. Doctor, I really notice that I get this headache. And the doctor now has to uncover, like peel the layers off like an onion to find out what is causing your headache. Some of us are a little bit more in tune with our own body, our own behavior, and we will know what triggers the headache, what is the cause of that headache. But most people do not know the cause of what is bothering them. That's why we end up having to get the doctor to diagnose and treat it. But sometimes the doctor will give us something to treat the symptom. And if we keep treating the symptom and not finding the root cause of that symptom, then we will never heal ourselves. And in the same thing, it applies to the pillar of emotional prosperity. We need to know when it's our emotions that's sending us to react on one of the other 4 pillars. And this is the important thing to remember whenever we are faced with a pillar like emotional prosperity being out of whack. Observe what is triggering it And that's what we work on to fix. And this is just so important. I'm going to give some tips on how to get this pillar back on top. If you're looking for someone to be a speaker at any of your events that you're planning, get in touch with me. My email address is right here, and you can contact me, and I would love to give you more about making life choices to you or any of the topic on living a fulfilled life. Have a great day. So after a little while, you know that something is wrong. Your finances are not going great. So what you do, you show up and you ask for help from someone like me. And you might ask for help from somebody else, your pastor, for spiritual prosperity. You might ask for help from your doctor for physical and mental prosperity. And never putting it together that it's your emotion that's out of whack. How do you recognize that your emotion is out of whack? Is how do you behave? How do you react? Is your reaction in circumstances where you can choose how to react and how not to react. Because our reaction contributes to the symptoms, and our reaction comes from our emotions not being good. So if, for example, if you're at work and your supervisor is disciplining or reprimanding you for a behavior or not doing the job at hand properly, and you're all upset about that, you could leave that office and walk in to talk with somebody else and blow completely off the handle, because you are reacting to what you were told at that meeting with your director, your supervisor, your manager. Now, that person is not the one causing that. Nobody's causing it. But you're so upset you cannot separate how to behave. You choose to do that, not realizing it could affect your pay, your finances. So you could also be having the conversation with the manager. And when they reprimand or they say they want more from you, instead of listening, digesting, and saying, I'll get back to you, or some conversation that's going to keep it down so you can go back and regroup and then have a reply. You blow off, you become angry. What happens? Then you could lose your job. You lose your job, you do not have money to pay your bills. So naturally, your finance is out of whack. But that is just one. Then it leads to maybe you start eating all the foods. I need this comfort food. That's maybe you notice you're gaining weight. You're not feeling good. You're not digesting properly. You're worried. You're emotionally out of whack. You're eating all the wrong foods. You're spending more money than you should spend. And then you go back to work and you cannot concentrate. Again, you lose your cool with somebody else. Mentally, you're not able to recall what you studied and applied appropriately at that time. Another situation. And it just goes on. Then you say, the world is against me. I'm not good enough. When you realize your emotional prosperity is out of whack, this is what you do. You begin to journal your thoughts and your feelings. You begin to journal it. Spend 5 minutes of journaling every day to release the pent-up feelings you have from your emotional prosperity reacting to your five senses. Then you find time for you to sit silently and meditate. Meditation doesn't always mean you have to go into a lotus position and om. It could be that you sit, you close your eyes, you drink some water, you just relax your body, bring your temperature down, bring your heartbeat down. Just breathe slowly, intentionally, and relax. Maybe your mind will wander. You do not have to do it for 10 hours or 10 minutes. You can only maybe do 3 minutes of this relaxation and letting go. A minute. The point is to do something that will encourage that pillar to get rejuvenated. If you believe in the universe, you can pray, or God, you can say a prayer. Go for a walk. But journaling, deep meditation, small meditation, go for a walk, prayer, that helps to bring that pillar of emotional prosperity back on track. Sometimes when we notice the symptom, we take the symptom as the cause. When it's an emotion, it's emotional, but we bend on another thing and realize, okay, so I have no money, and we're not concentrating on what caused it. So before you look at the symptom, find out why you're feeling that way by journaling, meditating, exercising, relaxing, taking deep breaths, and you will get yourself back on track. And you say, you know what? It's my emotion. It's how I react to what this person said to me, how I react to what I saw, or how I felt today. And this is how you can get that pillar of emotional prosperity to work like the others and not be the weakest of your pillars. So take care and follow those tips, for you will notice you will end up getting better at it. If you like this video, just hang on. More videos of that type are coming your way. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel. The more subscribers we have, the bigger the content and the guests would come. So have a marvelous and amazing day.